Hi everybody, it's Veronica from One Soul, and today we're going to be talking about something that you guys ask all the time. You guys, we're going to be covering the differences between pre-workout, creatine, and our new hydration packets. We used to have them more in a BCA format, but now we went ahead and made them more on-the-go friendly, and now they have Metabolite in it. If you watched last week's live stream, we did cover all the details about the hydration, how important it is for recovery, how important it is to rest. So I highly recommend that you guys go watch that. So everything that we talk about today also makes sense as well. So I highly suggest that you go ahead and do that. But today we're going to be talking about the differences between all of these products and why to incorporate all of them all together. So let's go ahead and get into it. You guys already know I have my laptop hiding back here with all of my notes and details because I do not want to miss a single thing for you guys. I want to give you guys all the details, the information, everything that you need to know in order to have the most success. So let's get into it. First, we're going to talk about pre-workout, which I have right here. So let's talk about pre-workout. What's it for? What does it do? Who needs to take it? How often do you need to take it? So here we go. So what is pre-workout? Pre-workout is basically something that you'll take before your workout so that way it can give you some energy, give you more focus during your workout, help you have just overall good vibes, high energy to be able to have a successful lift session or cardio session. It's great for any type of exercise that you're really trying to maximize your efforts. So that's what this is for. And how does it work? You basically just take a scoop right before your workout, about 30 minutes before. You don't want to take it too early and you don't want to take it too late, because if you take it too early, then you're just going to be like bouncing off the walls before you even get to the gym. So when you take this, make sure that you're taking it with enough time. Take into consideration how long it takes for you to get to the gym, how long it takes for you to get through your warm-up session, and until you actually get to your working sets. And your working sets basically just means that, whatever, like if you're doing squats, if you're doing your upper body, like once you actually pick up those weights, that's when you want the pre-workout to come like fully hit you. But you don't want to be where you take it too late or you take it right when you get to the gym and then you're still tired for those first exercises that you do, and then towards the very end of your workout, all of a sudden you're like bouncing off the walls. And for what? You already just finished your workout. So make sure that you're taking that into consideration when you're taking it about 30 minutes before your workout so it fully sets in and hits you at the perfect time. Now, what is something that this has that is not in creatine and is not in our hydration is that it has caffeine. So if you are somebody who already drinks a lot of caffeine, you need to understand that if you are taking the normal scooping size for this, you might not feel the effects of it properly just because this already has about like 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. And if you're already used to taking that much of a cup of coffee already, then this is probably not going to hit you the same. So again, I highly recommend that you take that into consideration about what your on average caffeine take is like on the daily. And you probably should not be taking this every single day. Whereas creatine, which we'll get into more, creatine is something that you can take every day, and I'll explain why later. So keep staying with me. It'll all make sense. But pre-workout should not be something that you take every day. That's one big difference that we want to take into consideration. So with that being said, the pre-workout is mostly meant for a temporary enhancement. So we only take pre-workout just simply because it will help give you energy for that workout in the meantime. While creatine, again, stay with me, we will cover that more in detail, but creatine is something that is more for the long run, something that you'll take every day to help your muscles over time become stronger. Where again, pre-workout, I'm like a broken record with this, so it's all sinking into our brains of how pre-workout works versus creatine. So pre-workout, again, is something that's more temporary and something that you will just take simply to help you on days that you're extra tired, on days that you just need more energy. It's not something that you would take every day. And here's why. You're probably asking, well, why can't I take it every day? What if I don't drink coffee every day and I can take it every day? You don't want to, because over time you're going to build a tolerance for it that your body is basically going to plateau. The feeling of it is going to plateau. You're not going to have the same feeling that you did when you first started taking your pre-workout, where it gave you energy, it gave you that extra boost to be able to go and lift heavy. If you build a tolerance for pre-workout, sorry, there's so many words. If you build a tolerance for pre-workout, then over time, it's just not gonna hit. It's not gonna give you that same effect that you need in order to feel energy. So I highly recommend that you don't take this every day. Where again, creatine we can take every day and we want to take it every day. So I will get into that. So let's keep talking about more of this. So I'm just looking at my notes here to make sure I don't miss anything that we just talked about. Okay, we could talk about creatine now. So creatine is basically, this helps supplement growth. And there's actually a lot more functions to it because it says made with CreaPure. We take very high quality creatine. We want to make sure that it's the most purest form of creatine for you guys. We're not giving you no BS ingredients in here that you may find on other people who just try to scam you with their money and trying to just give you some cheap product version of it. We genuinely want you guys to see results. So we take very good care of our creatine, and we third-party test it. So just something to keep in mind. We know what we're doing with it, and we go ahead and get it tested so that way they know what we're doing with it. And then we give it to you guys. So let's talk about it. So creatine, actually, I'm going to also talk about some myths that people find about creatine, that they're scared to try creatine, that they have concerns about it. So basically, creatine, like we talked about, is something that you could take every day. Creatine is actually already in your body right now. And I didn't even know that when I first started taking creatine. I didn't even know that. I used to be so scared, just like some of you guys who are questioning it, who are concerned about the side effects. And I'll also get into that as well. But again, creatine is already in your body and you're already eating it as well. If you are somebody who likes to eat like red meats, tuna, certain types of fishes like salmon, it's already in there. So if you're already eating those types of foods, it's even in chicken as well, but it's a smaller portion compared to red meat or fish. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you eat those foods, then you already got creatine in you. You're already consuming it. So why be afraid of it just a little bit more? And if you are actually somebody who's vegetarian, I highly recommend that you do start incorporating creatine, just for your own benefits as a supplement, just to make sure that you are having creatine in your body and supplementing that. So I highly encourage that as well if you are a vegetarian. So anyways, let's go ahead and keep talking about it and what basically it does. So creatine, it helps with ATP, which is basically all the energy in your body that you need in order to do your workouts, to get through the day, all that stuff. Just like pre-workout, like we talked about, pre-workout is a more temporary short-term fix to give you energy. But when we take our creatine and we're consuming that every single day, over time, it's going to continuously build more strength, more muscle. It's going to help you lean out if you're trying to build lean muscle as well. Just overall, it is just great for the long run, basically. And so when you are taking creatine, you could go one of two ways. They're both completely up to you and how you'd like to do it. You could do it like as a loading phase where people take it in 20 grams. And I'll also talk about that. I will talk about the myth about that because I also used to be very scared of that. So stay with me. Or you could just take it in normal 3 to 5 grams per day, just like a normal typical person. And I'll also talk about how to know which one to take and which path to go. So again, stay with me. The instructions on here actually will tell you that you should take about 1 to 2 scoops. It sort of just depends on your body and your goals. If you are trying to, build muscle a little bit quicker, you could take 2 scoops throughout the day. It doesn't really necessarily matter when you take it. Just try to be consistent with it. Again, we want to take this every day, because every day over time, you will begin to get stronger. You will begin to see more results. You will begin to see the muscle mass gain and all the above. So, like I was saying, and then if you're somebody like me who's just gradually trying to over time build everything that I just talked about, you could just take 1 scoop a day. And that's exactly what I do. I just take 1 scoop a day. I'm a patient person. I could wait. So it's totally up to you. But I will get into the loading phase, and we will talk about that very briefly. But yeah, and if you do take creatine as instructed on our instructions, you don't want to take the pre-workout that same day. Just again, like what we talked about. If I wish I could hear you guys, I wish I could be waiting for you guys to respond back to me of why we don't take this every single day, and it's simply because of the caffeine. We don't want to build a stunt of growth. We don't want to have this tolerance for the caffeine. We want to be able to continuously see results. So I highly recommend that you don't take this every single day. But again, everybody, say it with me. I know you're saying it in your head. We take the creatine every day. Okay, so let's get into some misconceptions about creatine, okay? I'm just gonna read these out loud so that way you guys can hear it all, every single detail. So, creatine is a steroid. No, it is not. Creatine is not a steroid. Just like I talked about before, creatine is already in our bodies. So, if you want to consider that like you already on steroids, that's not it. That's not the case at all. Steroids, it's not a steroid, okay, guys? A creatine is not a steroid. It's naturally already in our bodies. We already are eating it. If you eat meats, chicken, salmon, tuna, cod, all the fishes, whatever, you're already in it. So this is not a steroid, guys. Next misconception is creatine causes kidney damage. And I hear this one a lot. I hear a lot of people always being so concerned about this. And if you are a healthy, average, typical person with no issues with your kidneys already, this creatine is backed up so much by science. There have been so many studies done on it that it is completely safe for you to take. Now, if you already have an underlying health condition, talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor, see what's best for you, what they recommend. If you already have some form of an underlying kidney disease or infection or situation going on, then that's something that, you have to take into consideration and talk to your doctor. But if you are somebody who is, again, totally average, totally normal, you can take creatine. Again, it's already in your body. So it's totally safe. And you want to take about 3 to 5 grams of creatine. Just make sure that you're drinking your water and your kidneys will be fine. So, but yeah, again, lots of studies done. You're safe. If you already have some form of an underlying condition, talk with your doctor. Another thing is creatine causes bloating or water retention. So creatine does pull water from your muscle cells, which can temporarily cause a weight gain or make you feel more bloated. But that's just temporarily, and that if you are doing like a loading phase, that happens within like the first week. If you're doing it as a more gradual phase, that happens before like 2 to 3 weeks. And then afterwards, that's when you start to actually feel more different from the creatine. So you have to be pretty consistent with this for a very, just keep being consistent with it so that way you could continuously see growth and see results. But there is a temporary weight gain, and that's just simply because of water retention. You're drinking a lot more water to be able to upkeep with all the monohydrate that there is in this and that you need to maintain. So you do need to drink your water. And again, we want to replenish our sweat. That's when we'll come into this, which I will get into that very shortly. But again, it's just a sign of muscle hydration. It's not fat and it's not puffiness. So the next misconception is you have to do a creatine loading phase. So you don't, like I mentioned before, if you just started joining in, you don't have to do a loading phase with creatine. It's totally optional. It's totally up to you. Some side effects that people hear about without realizing what's happening, what's going on, is because sometimes people will do the loading phase all in one sitting, and they'll take 20 grams of creatine and just or 20, whatever, 20, the number's 20. If you take 4 scoops of this as this normal serving size, if you take 4 scoops of that, that's 20 grams. And if you do that all in one sitting, that's when people will have more of like the stomach cramps, the headaches, they're not drinking enough water with it. And that's a lot to take. And then that's maybe when people have more like the kidney issues. That's when people are doing it probably incorrectly. If you are to do the loading phase, you'll want to separate it throughout the day. You'll want to do 5 grams in the morning, 5 grams in the mid-afternoon, 5 grams in the late afternoon, maybe 5 grams at night. If that's again, totally optional, totally up to you guys if you want to do the loading phase. Again, it's not mandatory to see results whatsoever. So you could, again, just take 1 scoop every single day if you want to, and you'll be totally fine. And like I mentioned before, if you do take 1 scoop every single day, you will start to see a difference, feel a difference after 2 to 3 weeks of being consistent, because you do need the creatine to completely absorb in your body and reach the like specifics of everything in order for your body to have enough creatine to sufficiently be able to produce more muscle, help you get more reps in, and just overall have a great workout. So yeah, again, totally up to you, totally optional. It's not a mandatory thing whatsoever if you've heard that. The next misconception is creatine is only for bodybuilders. No, you do not have to be a bodybuilder in order to take creatine. You could be a totally average, normal person who just wants to work out just because they want to be healthy and live, laugh, love in the gym. So it's totally up to you guys if you want to incorporate creatine, but I highly, highly recommend that you do in order to maximize your gains, maximize efficiency, and not only does it help with muscle recovery, overall building muscle, getting more reps in, but it also helps with cognitive function. And if you guys didn't know that, I didn't know this as well, but 95% of creatine that's stored in your body, okay, stay with me, and then 5% of creatine in your body is actually in your brain. So I thought that was pretty crazy. That was like mind-blowing to me. So there's the science behind how it helps with functioning, just being able to be more cognitively aware, being more focused, and it just helps you overall throughout the day. So let's go very quickly, the differences, okay? Temporary, long-term, okay? This is not to be taken every day. This is to be taken every day to help with better results in the long run. This is just to give you a quick energy boost. And again, we don't want to take this every day because of the caffeine. We don't want to have a tolerance for it where it ends up not working for you anymore. And you don't want to be that person who has to take 5 scoops of this just to feel something, because you're going to be running your pockets. So take this every once in a while whenever you need it, maybe a couple times a week, but not every day. So now in terms of the energy aspect of everything, this helps give you energy over the long run, like we talked about. This will help you be able to build your muscles up over time. This is just something that's temporarily going to give you extra energy and extra boost in order to get through your workout. You'll have a little bit of a crash afterwards. Just sort of depends how you're staying hydrated, how you're going about your day. And also depends on how much coffee you take or caffeine you have on the daily. So just things to keep in mind. Now, let's talk about our hydration. Yay! So we just launched new hydration sticks. There's a total of 3 flavors. We got this one, which is our original cucumber lime. Now we have our gummy bear and our blue raspberry. So I highly recommend that you guys go check out the last live stream that I talked all about the differences about these ones versus our old BCAs. So I highly recommend that you guys go check that out. But now, how does this play into everything here? Because if you watched my last live stream, you'll know that this helps with very similar things like creatine, where it helps with the whole rest and recovery. It helps you in the long run. It helps give you energy. It helps with just overall recovering from loss of sweat. So let's talk about it. Again, I have my notes here. I don't want to miss a thing for you guys. I want to keep you all updated with everything. So now in these hydration packets, it's full of electrolytes, amino acids, BCAAs basically, But now they have metabolite. And if, again, from the last live stream, we talked about what metabolite is. It just basically helps with your metabolism. So just things to keep in mind, and how that could overall help with everything, because, you know, everything that comes from within is what's going to reflect on the outside of how you look, feel, and get through your workout in order to see results. So basically, like I talked about, all of this just basically replenishes you after you sweat, keeping you hydrated. And like what we talked about here, this helps hydrate your muscles. So we want to give this an extra boost to overall hydrate your entire body. Because without all of that, you basically are just going to be tired. And we don't want that. We want you guys to have as much energy as possible to get through your days, get through work. Like, I kid you not, today I got up at 5 a.m. for a workout. I took my creatine. I felt good. After I worked out, after I did my first half of the day with work and everything, I popped in one of my hydration sticks because I needed an extra boost. And it's so nice because it's like there's no caffeine in here. It just literally gives me electrolytes. It just gives me this rejuvenating feeling of just feeling recharged. So I already drank it, and I'm ready and pumped for this live stream, as you guys can see. So, and again, helps with metabolism, making sure that it's functioning properly. And it's really good for when you're doing any form of a workout. You could drink this before your workout. You could drink this during your workout. You could drink it after. There's no type of like specific time that you need to take your hydration. It's just overall good for you anytime, any day, whenever you need an extra boost, whenever you feel like you are just feeling a little tired. It's just a great supplement to have, and it's on the go friendly. Like, hello, you're coming home with me and you're going in my purse right now, and we're going to the mall. So just something to keep in mind. Now, how these could all work together is, let's break it down again. So creatine, take every single day. You want to be consistent with this. Pre-workout, we only will take this a couple times a week. We don't want to build the tolerance. Hydration sticks, you can take this every day, anytime you want to, just to help replenish, make you feel good, help with recovery, because after you work out, you need to have proper rest and recovery in order to see your results. And this is just going to help fund all the energy that you need over the long run. So every single day you take this, every single day it's going to help you get better. And again, this is just a temporary quick fixer-upper for you guys to get some energy for that workout. So with all of that said, did you guys have any questions? I would be happy to answer them for you. Please feel free to leave them down below. I think Salpy might tell me some right now.
Hello. Yeah, loads of questions.
Okay, lots of questions. Yay. Okay, love it.
Let me scroll up.
I'm going to take a sip of water. I need to replenish right now, my voice.
Okay, sorry.
Actually, can they hear me drink that with the microphone? You guys are getting like ASMR of me drinking.
Okay, so this was asked twice, but they're asking how much water should they take when drinking creatine?
Yeah, you could, I think, let me just get the accurate amount. You just need 4 ounces of water. I have the package right here. You just need 4 ounces of water, so it's very quick. I'll just like put it in my little Stanley, like I'll just fill it up to here, put the scoop in, shake it around a little bit, and then I just chug it. And it's just like 2 sips. It's so quick and easy to just take, and your body will just absorb it. And I also recommend that you guys eat a high carb meal after or sometime shortly after taking creatine, just to help with the absorption much much better. That was a tongue tie.
I think they're meaning more like throughout the day.
Oh, like creatine, like, or to take creatine with water throughout the day?
Yeah, because like people often talk about how like when they take creatine, they get like kidney or like they get super dehydrated.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are probably yelling at me like we can read the box. I drink about 3 of these, which is about 90 ounces. You want to drink between about like 90 to like 120 ounces, which I believe is like 1 liter. So as long as you're drinking around there, you should be good. You don't want to drink below that, just because, again, you need water to replenish. You need to be hydrated. This actually, when I put this in my water today, I drank it so fast just because it tastes good, and it just is like, it's just yummy water. And so I literally drink it in like an hour when sometimes this could take me like 4 hours to drink throughout the day. So I highly recommend if you are somebody who has a hard time getting your water in to start incorporating these because the flavor is delicious. Again, packed with so many benefits. But yeah, I would say about like 90 to 120 ounces just to be good.
Mommy Estrada asked, so if I take creatine in the morning with my shake, can I take my pre-workout in the afternoon before my workout?
You could do that. Again, the overall point of everything when it comes to pre-workout is you just don't want to take it every single day. If you want to spread it out, you most definitely can do that. If you want to take your pre-workout later on in the day, if you have a workout at like 4 p.m. and you want to take your creatine at like 8 in the morning, you can most definitely do that. We just want to make sure that we're not taking this every day. Uh, just because, yeah, what we talked about, the caffeine and everything, we don't want to stunt it. We want you to have as much energy and just overall total absorption of the energy and not something that's always going to be just a quick fix.
Diosa Winks asked how many scoops of it is recommended, and I think she's talking about creatine.
Yeah, you could. It again. It totally depends upon your goals. If you are somebody like me, like I am, I'm totally patient. I am okay with the whole like not doing the whole loading phase. I'm good with just taking 1 scoop a day, and then about after 2 to 3 weeks, I'll start to feel more of a difference. Actually, I just hit my 3 weeks 2 days ago, so I'm already like feeling good. But I'm excited to see where it continues. Again, it's something that you want to keep taking every single day. So I'm going to see where I am at in a couple more weeks. But yeah, you could totally be like me where you are just taking it 1 scoop a day. That's totally, totally fine. It's about 5 grams of creatine, so or 5 milligrams of creatine. So that's totally, totally okay. If you are somebody who wants to speed things up a little bit, you want to have a little bit more of a quicker process, you could take 2 scoops. You could take one before your workout, one after your workout. But it doesn't matter really when you take it during the day, as long as you're consistent with it, as long as you're taking it. And I highly recommend that if you are going to take more than 1 to 2 scoops, then you should spread it out during your day. So I hope that helps answer your question.
Someone else is asking, so Erica Salazar La Chica is asking
I love it.
how long can you take creatine?
How long, as in like in total?
I guess like do you need to cycle in and out of it, or can you just like keep taking it?
You could keep taking it. You could keep taking it if you want. If you start to notice some form of like a plateau, or you are feeling like you're not seeing anything anymore, or you're just feeling like there's no difference anymore, you could just hop off of it for like a week. Let your body kind of like do like a deload week where you're just like doing the bare minimum of workouts, bare minimum of weight training, cardio, whatever it is, just so your body can kind of like rest and recover because that's super important. And then you can go ahead and start it back up again, and then it'll almost feel like as if it was all brand new, all over again to your body. So you can I totally recommend doing that if you're starting to feel a plateau. Also, take into consideration what your current workout style is like already. If you are already doing the same movements all the time and you're like, well, I'm not seeing a difference anymore, maybe we should do a live stream about that. When to know if you're not seeing results anymore and why.
Let us know in the comments if you want that.
But
Check.
yeah. But I hope that helped answer your question.
This next question is a really good one to follow up with. Universe asked, what happens when you stop taking creatine?
So nothing you don't. That's actually a really good misconception. I'm sorry I didn't include that already, but I'm so glad that somebody asked. And what happens is you lose everything. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm joking. Somebody's gonna just take that and then run with it. No, I'm kidding, guys. Please, please, I'm joking. No, what happens is you'll just return to your baseline. Whatever your body already has creatine in it. So if you just stop replenishing that amount and exceeding that amount, then you're just going to return back to what you already had to begin with. And you're not going to, again, building muscle is very, very hard to lose. It's super hard. Like it takes more work to lose muscle than it actually does to build it. Like it is very hard. It's a very, very hard process to lose muscle. but you might see a difference in your water retention because you won't be absorbing as much water. And so you might be thinking like, oh, I feel like I lost a lot of stuff right now that of my body. I feel like I don't have the pump anymore. And that simply is just because of the water retention, because you're not supplementing it enough anymore. So again, you're not going to lose muscle. You're not going to lose anything like that. You might just see a difference with your water weight, your water retention, and you're just going to return to your baseline of whatever amount of creatine that your body naturally has. So, yeah, I hope that helps.
This next one, honestly, I just want to give this girl a shout out. Diana Ramon. She got the new blue raspberry hydration, and she's blown away at how different, in a good way, it tastes from the first one.
Oh yeah, no, it's a huge taste difference compared from the old one to the new one. This one is it's just giving more. It's just tastier. It's not as like
way tastier.
Oh yeah, way tastier. So I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. I love that. You're staying hydrated.
Ooh, Infinite Divine PR asked, when is BCA powder restocking? It's not.
It's gone, guys. It's
this no more.
Yeah, we completely turned it around. We added metabolite now into it, and that helps with your metabolism. That's something that this never had, and it's never going to have because it's never coming back. We wanted to make it more friendly for you guys, so we have it on the go, little stick packets that you could take with you anywhere. And I actually had a whole live stream last week that I highly recommend that you go check out, so that way you could learn all the differences between these two and why it's just overall improved, better, upgraded, everything.
Someone asked, I have a question. They got the booty bottle and it's turning into little balls inside. Is that normal? I just want to address this really quick. That happens when humidity or liquid gets into the tub. So even if it was like a drop of water got into that, the drop of water is just gonna like clump the powder together. So if that does happen, you can just like dispose of it. You can still use it. You can shake it up in some water and drink it, but take it out of the tub so you get rid of like the wet. And then it shouldn't happen unless, of course, you get like water in it.
It happens on accident. We get our water in there sometimes.
Ooh, this is good.
Uh-huh.
SNArt_FB asked, is creatine more for like building a booty, or is it recommended for someone on a weight loss journey?
Oh, I love this question. You can take this for any sort of journey that you're on, whether you are trying to lose weight, because at the end of the day, this is gonna just help you get through your workout. We just like to put it in this cute little butt bottle because again, it does kind of help you with that whole like look of growing your muscles, leaning out if you want to be toned. But it's totally safe for you to take if you're trying to be on a weight loss journey. If anything, this is going to help you in the long run be able to successfully lose weight, but not just lose weight, burn body fat, because weight fluctuates. Weight is also determined by how much muscle you have. Weight determines also by TMI if you went to the bathroom. So overall, burn body fat, this is what's going to help you. Overall, burn body fat, stay lean, and build muscle. This is key, girl. This is key.
I forgot who asked it, but somebody asked, what should they do if they can't have caffeine?
If you can't have caffeine, bam, right here. Because you don't have to have this to successfully get through your workout. If you want to just drink this throughout your workout, this will help give you energy, help replenish you while you're burning sweat and everything. This is what's going to replenish that when you're losing sweat. And so you could totally drink this. You could, this again, over time, when you take this consistently, is going to help give you energy for your workouts. It's going to overall help you push more reps out. It's going to overall help you with how long you're at the gym. If you're trying to be on the Stairmaster for 45 minutes, trust me, that's brutal. That's a lot. So this is what's going to help you. Whatever goal you're trying to do in the gym, over time, if you're trying to go that no caffeine route, take these. I promise, this is what's going to give you energy on a more natural body way.
Can I share a testimony about
Yeah.
protein? Sometimes I don't want to take pre-workout. I'll paint a picture. If it's like a Saturday morning and I had the time to like get proper rest. Then I woke up and I had like a slow morning and I'm ready to go to the gym, but I don't really need creatine, but I do want to feel like zoned into my workout. No, I don't know how or why, I don't understand the science behind it. This does that for me. So if I'm not tired and I take creatine right before my workout, just like the way you feel like your muscles are ready to go. And then that just like helps you get through the workout really good.
Oh yeah.
The difference is crazy. Like
No.
your muscles wake up. It's gnarly.
No,
Gnarly.
100%. 100% gnarly.
That's my testimony.
No, 100%. Like me too. I am not always somebody who takes pre-workout if at all. Like I just personally am not huge on caffeine. So this is literally what gets me through my workout and gets me to seeing results. Like I'm a huge advocate for that. So you totally, if you want to go that no caffeine route, you do you, whatever your goal is. If you are somebody who is totally okay with the caffeine, also if you are somebody who is a little nervous about caffeine and whatnot, like you could just take half a scoop and it's gonna make you just feel energized. If you're really scared of like being jittery or just a crash later, just do half a scoop and that'll get you exactly what you need for your workout. So highly recommend that. Were there any more questions?
We did get one more question, but I feel like that's time to just watch the video and post it. If they ask what ingredients in pre-workout, how is it different from other brands?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Do you want me to answer?
Sure.
Or could you say the whole question? Sorry, Selfie was telling me a question.
Wally_Sutton15 asks, what ingredients are in the pre-workout and how is it different from other brands?
Yeah, that's a great question. So here's our pre-workout, okay? So let me just get my notes because I don't want to miss anything. I'm not like a scientist, guys, but I don't want to miss anything because I do have everything written out in my notes. So pre-workout has caffeine in it, like what we talked about, which I highly recommend if you just joined recently. I highly just wait till we post this and you'll get to hear all about everything that's in the pre-workout, what's the difference between creatine and our hydration sticks. You'll be able to rewatch this video. We will post this right afterwards in case you missed anything, you joined later, you missed all the good stuff, but there's still one more surprise at the very end, so stay with me. But there's just caffeine in here. Let me just read it out to you. Beta alanine, L-citrulline. But those basically just help you with energy. They just kind of give you that boost of what you need for your workouts. Just overall, we get this third-party tested. That's what makes us different from other companies, other brands out there. There's also mushrooms in there, but totally natural, totally holistic ingredient that could totally be safe for you. Again, everything's third-party tested. If you ever take a look at our packaging, you'll see it here that it's BSCG tested. We're very, very proud of that just because we know that the ingredients that we're putting in here is not BS and we're not giving you bad quality ingredients. So we go ahead and get it third-party tested by people who literally like are basically like Olympians, champs, everything, you name it, professionals, and they test our products and they give it that like grade A, like amazing job. So we're very proud of this. So that's what makes us different. Were there any other questions?
That's all.
Awesome. Well, I saw somebody say that love the clean ingredients. Yes, everything we do is made with lots of love and clean ingredients. So I highly, highly recommend that you all check everything out. Start incorporating whatever you need to help you see results. They're all very beneficial together. Just depends on what your goal is. But yeah, we can't wait to see you guys next week or maybe even sooner. We'll see. So bye, guys. Oh, wait. Thank you so much for reminding me. I totally forgot to wait. Don't go yet. Okay, everybody stay here. I totally forgot. There is a special surprise for you guys, and it's only good until the end of the night at midnight. So use that. We're going to leave the code down below. It's going to be, let me just check. It's going to be must-have 25 to get 25% off. So go ahead and use that code on your next purchase, and it's only good until tonight. So it's our best code that we have out there, and I highly recommend that you guys start incorporating these into your routine. So maybe go ahead and check out with these afterwards. But again, supplies are always limited because we do sell out pretty quickly. So again, thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys go ahead and use your code wisely. Okay, bye. We'll see you guys next time.